Hey guys, it's Chris. Showing you what we got done last couple of days. These are tops to these flower boxes, but we don't need them, so we're going to wind up turning these into more planters. And then we got 16 bags of soil. We got all over the place. Then we got two cucumbers here, and then each one of these spots you see right here, we got 4 plants in each. They're all cucumbers. I got one more inside for there. And these are some more of the boxes. That one I got fill. That one I got fill. This one I got plant. And then I got two more cucumbers that have 2 plants in each. With cucumbers, 5 gallons is roughly enough space for 2 cucumbers. So I can't go any more than that. And these are the legs for these, which I showed you in the last video. But the way that because we're on a hill, it don't look so bad right now because it's camera. But it's a pretty good slant as you look at stuff. And so the legs were too wobbly, so we took them off, put them on the ground. We like them better on the ground, anyways. Plus, when we get once, because these are gonna get freaking big. Like a lot of you guys that know Troy, stuff that he was growing is gonna be nothing compared to this stuff. Because unlike most people, like what Troy does, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything bad. But what he does, I call the plant and pray method. You plant in some soil, and then you hope some shit pops off. Me, this is all compost. None of that plant and soil garbage that has vermiculite in it and any of that crap. You don't want any of that stuff in it. Vermiculite and perlite is supposed to hold moisture, which it does, but it's basically like a plastic type deal, which you don't want. So I don't use it. That's why I use straight up topsoil. You got to water a little bit more, nothing drastic, but plus I'm using all the best fertilizers, all organic stuff, like worm castings, compost tea, which is just basically taking the compost dirt and putting it in water, and the water's got to soak up the nutrients, and you add that to your flower garden. And then you just take the rest of the compost that didn't break down, you throw that in your compost pile, let it compost down, because the idea of using it is you want the I forget what they're called, the little like enzymes and stuff that's in the soil that the plants need to break down like sugars and stuff so the plants can use them. Manure, fish meal, all kinds of all natural, really good fertilizers that all these things need. Like also I found out you can make a tea, which is just liquid fertilizer, out of banana peels, which is really good for the plants. So like I said, there's going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to be doing. Plus, most people just plant, where I'm going to be doing all the right trimming and pruning, topping, so everything puts out more fruit than flower. Which flower we don't want that much of. So there's certain leaves you gotta keep, certain leaves you can cut. So it's a big deal. I'm sorry about the shakiness, guys, but I'm all messed up. And here's a better look at the hill we're dealing with. So like I said, it's pretty good steep. That's why I had to walk the way I walk, because of how injured I am. I have to walk where the path is not, it's less steep. And then I still gotta do some more weed eating over here because we had some flowers and stuff, and I was hurting too bad to finish it. I did all the weed eating from my mom. she was gonna do it, but I can do it, so I just screw it. And I love doing it. So. And we whacked all this for her. Also, show you guys we unwrapped my mom. Actually, my mom did. I just weed whacked, but she uncovered the trailer, the camper, so I can show you what that looks like. There's my mom's truck, and her husband's. That's what it looks like, you know. And you see all where we whacked around it. Still gotta do finish up the hill, but no, I'll get to it. We're not in no hurry. And I'll take you guys out to show you the rest of the flowers and stuff we got planted inside, which is a ton. I haven't even got to the rest of the stuff yet. I still got, you know, raspberries planted, strawberries, tons of shit. And then I still gotta get cloning yet this year when stuff gets big enough. Still wanna buy more seeds. Still gotta do garlic and potatoes and all that stuff. But in there I got about 100 seeds started. Because this is I'm only using this as a starter. So I did a bunch of seeds at once, so I had a big area. And then once it starts popping up, I'll pull them all out, separate each one, and then they'll go into a bunch of containers. And these are a bunch of cucumbers, tomatoes. These are roses and some cucumbers and all kinds of stuff. But basically everything up here is either roses, mixed roses. Well, yeah, we got 5 yellow peach trees, cucumbers. Those are white strawberries. This is another 100 seeds roughly. And these are both peppermint. I still got 2 more peppermints to one more bag of peppermint. Got corn, watermelon, all kinds of crap. And these are stuff I got to plant yet. Everything that popped up. We got one more cucumber, but mostly everything here is all tomatoes. And they're I can't pronounce them. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of days. So I'm hurting. I'm gonna go and lay down, and I got the weed. Got some weed barrier left. It was 4 foot by 100 for like $15. So that wasn't bad. After I get all the plants up there planted, I'm going to start installing the water sprinkler kit. This is so you put it in the soil and you don't have to water. You got a little nipple right there. And you got some T-fittings. And then you got this black hose. And that's what ties everything together. Alright guys, I'll talk to you guys later and I'll let you know what I get done tomorrow. Bye.